Hi, I'm Brian Davis, the amateur cook with time on his hands. In this episode, I'm going to create, and I use the word create, not cook, a Spanish omelette. Every 10 days or so, I just go through the fridge, see what ingredients I've got that I've not used or left over or maybe going to expire, and I make a Spanish omelette. And that's where Spanish omelettes came from. They were made from leftover food and then used with eggs as a binder, made a nice meal, snack, call it whatever you like. So I'm going to build one for you today. So the ingredients really are up to you. I'm going to show you the ingredients I've got, I'm going to prepare them, and then we're going to get on with building the omelette. Okay, so what have we got? I've got some steamed sweet potatoes left over, some steamed carrots, I've got a few leeks from when I did the royal baked cheesy eggs, I've got lots of cherry tomatoes, I've got a pack of mixed bell peppers, I've got some herbs in there, I think that might be parsley or coriander, and that's the other one. I've got some cheeses left over, I've got this little small squash, I've got some spinach, got some mushrooms, cheese, some non-hot peppers as I call them, I've got some chorizo, and I've got some halal beef bacon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all this ready, show you how I do it, and then we get on with the omelette. This is what we've kind of ended up with. Sweet potatoes and carrots. I've already got some in the pan, I'll show you in a minute, I'll explain why I've done that. We've got some chorizo, we've got some halal beef bacon, we've got some parmesan, which I'm going to mix in with the eggs, we've got mushrooms, we've got spinach, a little bit of blue cheese, some form of European cottage cheese, it's not like the English cottage cheese, some spicy cheddar, a little bit of blue cheese, mixture of parsley, coriander, 3 onions, a little bit of leftover leeks from the other day, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes chopped up. I've chopped up all the bell peppers and grilled them just to release some of that flavour in them. And then I've got 12 eggs. And in the 12 eggs, I may need more eggs. And in the 12 eggs, I'm going to add all the parmesan. Just mix that in, so we'll have a nice parmesan flavour throughout the omelette. And then, as I say, I'm not sure how we're going to go, we just build it as we go along. You'll see what I do. There's no fixed recipe, there's no fixed method. I'll just give you a couple of tips of what I do. I've put my first layer of carrots and sweet potatoes in the base. The reason I like to do that, I can then put the egg on top and these won't burn, whereas the egg might burn. So now I've got my egg mixture and I'm just going to put enough. This has been on for about 10 minutes, so it's all nice and warm, so the egg will set fairly quickly. The key to doing this, spread the egg around. Now I'm ready to put some more ingredients on top of there. So what I'm going to do is put my chorizo, let that soak in. I like to do the omelette in layers because then I find it cooks a lot quicker, through a lot easier, because each layer underneath heats up the next layer of egg that goes on. I think we've just had the right amount of chorizo. And on top of that now I'm going to put another layer of carrots and sweet potato. Used all of that now. So we'll just leave that there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook off the onions and the beef ham. But before we do that, we'll just add another layer. Again, there's no fixed amount of egg that you use. It all depends on how many ingredients. I've started off with 12. I may go up to 14 or 16. Lost a bit of the footage there, I don't know what happened, but I've got the onions, the halal beef bacon and the leeks all in here just cooking off. Lovely aroma, lovely aroma. So we'll just need a couple more minutes. I've got the wok on high sear, so that's why I keep kind of stir frying it. I don't want any of it to burn. Okay, that's going to work now. That down. And what I'm going to do immediately after this, I'm going to throw the spinach in to wilt it down. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit left in the pan to mix with the spinach, and straight in with the spinach. Turn that down a little bit. Put the cover on there. Well, that'll help it steam and wilt down. There's a bit of water on from where we've washed it still. Yeah, it's starting to wilt down now. I don't know how much spinach I'm going to use. We've got plenty to put in the omelette anyway. Okay, let's get back over to the omelette and see how it's doing. Okay, you can see there now. It's cooking away. I'm going to turn the heat down a bit now. And you can see I've added cheese. I've also added all the herbs. So now I'm just going to sprinkle over some onions, bacon and leeks before I then put another layer of egg on. We will be finishing this off in the oven under the grill to make sure it's cooked all the way through, because you can see it's quite thick. That's why I use this type of pan, so I can just plonk it in the oven at the end. So there we go. There's our onion and beef. As I say, I've added another 4 eggs, so we've used 16 in total. Let's get some more. I'm going to add some spinach. I think it's time for some mushrooms. I've probably got too much mushrooms, so these are still fairly fresh, so I'll cook them off later for my lunch or something. I do like mushrooms in an omelette, they just do something special for me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's enough mushroom in there now. What you can do is just pat that down into there like that. Start using some of this cheese. Anyway, I'm just going to dress it now with my peppers and some tomatoes, and we'll leave it for probably about another 5 or 10 minutes, then finish it off under the grill. Oh, I've got a bit of Danish blue, we'll put that on top. I think I remember I've got some Danish blue cheese, which will just help give another dimension to the dish. Sorry, when I'm concentrating my voice drops. I'll have to work on that. I'm not a natural TV presenter or YouTube presenter, whatever they're called nowadays. Let's get plenty of goodness on the surface there. My brother-in-law was here, he'd be saying, put more tomatoes, put more tomatoes. He loves tomatoes on the top of an omelette or some eggs. As I said, we've got a bit of blue cheese left from last week, so I'm just gonna put that on. Not too much, it's not going to overpower the dish flavour. You could use Stilton, I think Stilton would probably work better. This is what I've got left over, right? And we're just going to push all that in there. Get that going now, because that's it done, that's the dish done. We'll just season with a bit of black pepper. So there we are, that's nice and full now. So we just want the eggs to set, but as I said, we'll finish it off under the grill in the oven shortly. And there it is, straight out of the oven. I put it under a medium grill for 5 minutes and noticed that it was starting to burn, so I then left it for a further 10 minutes at 180 degrees C in the oven. We've now got to let it cool down and rest, then we can cut it and do the taste test, which I'll do later on in the day. I've just taken out the pan, I've left it to cool for a few hours, but it looks absolutely spectacular. I can't wait to taste this. Okay, now time for the taste test for the Spanish omelette. I've let it cool down. I like to have it cold. You don't want to eat it hot. The flavour really comes out if you let it cool down and then just slightly reheat it. But before I taste it, I just want to show you. Look at the layers in there of all the different ingredients. And that's what makes Spanish omelettes special for me. Because when you bite into it, you don't know what you're going to get, because every time you're just using the leftover ingredients. But here you can see the carrot, the sweet potato, everything's there. So let's taste it. What first hits you is the sweet potato, followed by the carrots, then the cheese, the egg, the tomato, the little bit of blue cheese in there just comes through. I'm really enjoying this. This is a dish which is so easy to make. Anyone can do it. So please try it. Let me have the comments below. There's no fixed recipe. All I've showed you what to do is how to cook it, how to build it, and hopefully how to enjoy it. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It does mean a lot. As usual, if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I'm a big boy. My name's Brian Davis, the amateur cook with time on his hands. See you next time.